Hi, I'm Niall from GulfStream Boat Sales. Today we're taking a look around a nice fresh 2007 Bayliner 175. It's fitted with a 3-litre Mercruiser 135 horsepower stern drive engine. It's on a nice SBS UK spec roller coaster road trailer. It's got a full set of camper covers and the bow cover, and it's in very nice condition throughout. We're going to take a walk around the boat. We're going to show you all the features inside, and we're also going to put the boat in the water and show you how it performs underway. This Bayliner 175 is in nice original condition. It has a few little cosmetic marks here and there, but nothing really to worry about, and you'd have to be looking pretty hard to spot them as well. Generally speaking, the boat's in nice condition. The gel coat's got a nice deep shine to it. We haven't had the compound or polish the boat. Obviously, with it being a 2007 boat, it's still pretty young, so it's got a lot of life left in it yet, and this is like the original factory finish on the gel coat. So the hull's in nice condition, top sides are nice. We've got this nice chunky rub rail all the way around the boat. There's a few little small marks on the rub rail, which is pretty normal on a boat of this size here. Just a couple of little scuffs and scrapes there. But generally speaking, you can see the graphics are in nice shape. All the hardware and things, all the canopy fittings, canvas fittings, the aluminium windscreen surround, the cleats, the stainless steel cleats, everything's nice and solid and secure. Taking a look around the nose of the boat here, there's a couple of, one of the benefits of roller coaster trailers is that they're really easy to launch and recover the boat, even off a beach or anything, but one of the disadvantages is that whenever you get the boat on the trailer and start winding it up or using the engine to push it up, there's nothing really to stop you. A bunk trailer, you know, you're braking yourself, but the roller coasters, it can sort of run up and you can end up catching the winch or something, or catching the handle. And there's just a couple of little small marks around the front of this boat. One here, it's been filled with a little bit of gel coat. There's a couple of little scuffs and scrapes here on the hull itself, but they're trailer marks. They're very, very minor, and they're nothing really to worry about. There is one previously repaired little patch here. Again, it's just been filled with standard gel coat. It's pretty small. It's about maybe 2 inches across maximum. You stand back a little bit, you don't really notice it, but just we like to point out everything that we can find on these boats. So in terms of the rest of the hull on this starboard side, it's in really nice shape. There's no other damage that I can find anywhere down along this side. And again, like I said, the graphics are in really good shape. Nice shine to the gel coat, and the rub rail down this side is completely perfect. It's unmarked. So obviously previous owners have probably tied up on the port side. That's where we got a couple of little small marks on that side. But generally speaking, this boat's in really nice shape. And bar that, two little cosmetic issues at the front, the exterior is pristine apart from that. Taking a look at the stern of the boat, one area we always like to focus on is these the corners, the stern corners on the port and starboard side, because these are a really common area for impact damage, particularly by people who tend to be a bit heavy-handed around the marina, and you can just swing the stern of the boat into a jetty really easily. This boat, these corners are totally unmarked. Up around the rub rail here, there's no impact damage on either the port and starboard side, and that's a really good thing. There is a little bit, I would say this is trailer damage again, right down in this corner, little small gel coat chip. It's been filled as well before, probably just needs touched in a wee bit, but we can sort that out before the boat goes. It's not a big issue, nothing to worry about. Apart from that, the stern's in really good shape. These Bayliner 175, they come with an inboard engine, a stern drive motor, so it keeps the stern nice and clear and open. So you got this little integrated swim platform, it's molded non-skid decking. We've got a central ski tow point, and we've got this little folding 2-step stainless steel boarding ladder. It's just a perfect setup for water sports. It's easy to get in and out of the water. All this top surface area here across the back of the transom and the top of the engine box is molded and non-skid, so you can hop in and out of the boat over there. You can sit there if you're putting on a wakeboard, or getting an inflatable blown up or something for pulling behind the boat. So it's a really good water sports setup. These Bayliner 175s were not fitted with hour meters from the factory, so unfortunately it's not possible to tell exactly how many hours this boat has run. But from having a run at it myself, starting the engine, having a good look around the engine bay and the mechanicals and things, I would say it's got to be less than 200 hours. Mechanically, she's in really nice condition. It's got the Mercruiser 3 litre 135 horsepower stern drive, which is the standard engine you get on all of these 175s, and it's matched up to the Alpha 1 stern drive. So you can tell from the paint finish on the drive, it's in really good shape. Doesn't look like it's really spent any time or any significant time kept in the water. Still got a really good factory finish on that. All this, the trim ram seals and things, the bellows, they all look to be in really good condition. There's no evidence of any oil leaks or anything from the drive. I would probably recommend getting the prop reconditioned. It's just the leading edge, obviously just been a little, been in a little bit of sand or something. The blades aren't bent, and the shaft is running nice and straight and true. But for 50 quid, you can just get the prop dressed up, and that'll leave that stern drive looking like brand new. The anodes, they're well above the 50% minimum that they recommend you should change them at. So that's a really nice stern drive, and as you'll see whenever we take a look at the engine bay and the motor itself is similarly in really nice condition. So this boat mechanically is in A1 condition. The Bayliner 175 is known as the best-selling sports boat of all time. It's been in production for at least 20 years more now, and virtually unchanged form in terms of the format of the boat and the layout. And whenever you climb on board and take a look around one of these things, it's really easy to see why. It's a very easy to use boat. It's very easy to own. It doesn't take up a lot of room in the driveway, and because it's on a single axle trailer, it's really easy to move around. It's only, I think, something like 1,300 kilos or 1,200 kilos all up weight, so it's easy to tow behind most family cars. But yet, whenever you go and put it in the water and climb on board, you've got seating for 6. The boat's rated to carry 6 people. You sit nice and low inside the boat, below the windscreen, so it's you feel, and even at the back, the rear seats are well set low in the boat as well. So if you've got small kids, everybody feels nice and safe and secure inside the boat. And with the Mercruiser, the 3 litre engine that makes 135 horsepower, you got in this hull, it's the perfect match. It gives it a really good turn of speed. It jumps up on the plane in no time. You can pull water skiers with it, you can pull wakeboards and water toys, and if you just want to cruise around at sort of half throttle all day, it's very easy on fuel as well. So it's just a very versatile little package, it's a great little starter boat. This one, it's 2007. It has all the hallmarks of being a low hours example. It's mechanically perfect, and it's got a few little tiny cosmetic issues here and there, which I'll point out as we go through the boat, but they're really nothing to worry about, and if you can look past those, at the asking price it's been advertised at, it represents brilliant value for money. So we've sort of taken the thing together as a whole and priced it accordingly, and I think it makes this be a great buy for someone looking to get out on the water with a nice family starter boat that's going to be reliable and give you plenty of years of trouble-free use. The traditional layout on the Bayliner 175 is twin back-to-back lounger seating. So both the seats on the driver and the passenger side fold completely flat. So you've got 2 sun pads here. This one does the same thing. You've got a little bit of storage underneath those seats. Then at the stern behind the engine box, we've got 2 low-set jump seats with handholds. You've got these integrated handrails back here as well, so you can sit nice and low in the boat. This one being a 2007 model, it has a bunch of upgrades that they brought in, I think with the 05-06 year, one of which is this fiberglass engine box. So it's a solid engine box with a couple of integrated cup holders, and it's got a molded non-skid deck on the top, so you can step on it to climb in and out of the boat. And it's nice and light as well, so it's easy to lift off and move out of the way whenever you need to get access into the engine bay. The boat is fitted throughout with marine grade carpets that you can power wash down at the end of the day. And we've got this full opening centre section in the windscreen to give you access out into the bow area. Again, the bow seating for a 17.5-foot boat, it's very nicely set. It's low set down in the hull, so again, whenever you're sitting down up here, you don't feel like you're perched on top of the boat about to fall out. It's nice and set low. We've got handholds on both sides, And then we've got, you know, nice touches like this molded section of the deck here at the front. So if you're jumping off and on the boat, you know, over the bow at the beach, you're not going to slip and fall. So this whole bow section has a little molded fiberglass floor as well. So if you get any water in here, it just runs straight down into the bilge of the boat. So, and there's a couple of cup holders recessed up here as well. Condition-wise, this boat is very nice. At first glance, it looks pretty much immaculate. There's no big tears or rips in the upholstery or anything. The carpet, again, there's no tears or rips. All the little bits and pieces, all the switch gear and the gauges, everything's working. All the canvas is in really good shape. We'll put the covers up later and show you just exactly how they look. Take some pictures of it, and all, like I said, all the handrails, you know, everything of any significance is in top-notch condition. All the mounting points for the windscreens are solid and secure. The engine box and that, and mechanically it's A1. If you look a little closer in certain areas, there are a few little marks, which it's on a second-hand boat, it's to be expected. So it's nothing really to worry about, but I just want to point them out to you. So if you're traveling a long distance, there's no surprises for you when you get here. One is we've got a couple of little small scuffs on the corner of this seat. Obviously, just it's high wear area as people sort of skip over past it. You get that, but it hasn't ripped the fabric or separated any of the stitching. There's a few little minor stains in the carpet, just here and here. Now we haven't really tried with any great vigor to get those out, but they're there. They probably should clean out with a little bit of elbow grease. And then the worst thing really on the interior is this little back seat here. Whatever's happened, whether somebody's just caught it with the corner of their foot whenever it's been lifted out to get access into the bilge pump and the battery switch here. This is a pretty high wear sort of cushion because you've got to lift this to get into the isolator switch for the 12-volt systems. So this cushion has just had a little bit of a chunk taken out of it. But again, it sits in at the back of the boat, and with the cushion in place, it's not really that noticeable. Again, I just want to point these things out so you know what you're going to see whenever you get here. But apart from that, the boat's really nice, in really nice condition. All the other upholstery is perfect, not a mark on it. Yeah, it's in lovely shape. Another great thing about the 175, again, bearing in mind it's only 17.5 feet long, there's loads of deck space and there's lots of storage room on board as well. So you get this nice wide piece of area of deck between the seats. So if there's a couple of people looking to move around the boat, you can do that without bumping into each other or tripping over each other. In terms of storage then, we get decent storage down the gunnels on both sides. On the port and starboard side, you can slide in wakeboards or knee boards and ski ropes and stuff out of there. We've also got a huge big locker onto the floor. And I just want to point out, this is an anodized aluminium frame and a carpeted section. This whole piece is completely solid, but the little anodized frame is just been, it's just corroded slightly. It's been sort of patched here in places. Again, this is a really minor cosmetic thing, but I just want to point it out to you. And it's not, this will last for another 20 years, no problem. You can see the size of the locker we've got down in there. It's fully lined and drains under the bilge. All the fenders, the owner sort of has left everything with the boat. So the fenders, the dock lines, there's an anchor, rope and chain there as well. There's a boat hook in there. All this is going to go with the boat. That locker swallows up loads of gear, and it's big enough to fit a set of skis in as well, because it goes right up to the front of the boat. There's more storage space then underneath the seats in the bow. So these are two one-piece cushions. They lift out pretty easily. Here's where we've got all the camper covers. Like I said, we'll put them up on the boat and show you them. But they store in there nicely out of the way. And on the other side, this is where the owner keeps the anchor. So again, I think this anchor's brand new. It doesn't look like it's ever been used. Nice bit of rope and chain. The anchor's still got like a cable tie on from the shop it came out of. So yeah, that anchor's brand new. And he's got a little rubber mat down in there as well to stop it rattling around inside the locker. So things like that are always a really good sign, because you can tell it's, the guy's gone to the trouble of getting an anchor and putting a little rubber mat in there. He takes care of the boat. These Bayliner 175s have cracking little helm positions. You're sitting well, you can move this seat forward and aft, so you can get a decent position from the steering wheel. Steering wheel falls easily at hand. Whenever I'm sitting down in the seat, I've got clear visibility through the windscreen and also over the sides of the boat. You never lose visibility of the horizon. There's very little bow rise in this boat. Whenever you're getting it up on the plane, it just sort of, there's a little rise, drops straight down very quickly. And they're designed as a starter boat, and they consequently have very safe handling. The boat planes easily. It's fuel efficient whenever it's on their way. It's got a decent turn of speed. It'll run up to about 40, 45 miles an hour flat out. But doesn't have any sort of, handling foibles, or there's nothing to catch you out. If you try and turn the boat too hard through a turn, it just sort of washes out, just like, you'll get a bit of cavitation, the boat will spin out. It doesn't lean over very much through the turns either. It's very safe little boat, and it's great if you're looking to get a young family interested in boating and you don't want to scare them or put them off. So the helm position, it gives you good control over the boat. The steering wheel falls easily to hand. Because this is 2007 one as well. It's nice, like Dino design steering wheel. We've got your bang up to date throttle and shift lever. All the controls, the steering, the throttle and shift, everything's nice and smooth and free. The boat has a full suite of marine gauges, which all appear to be working as far as I can tell. So we've got the volt gauge, engine temperature, speedo, trim gauge, the tacho, oil pressure, and then our fuel gauge as well. The boat, in terms of equipment, we've got a blower motor in the engine bay. Again, all this stuff is working. Navigation lights, bilge pump, and it's also got an automatic float switch in there as well. So if any water finds its way in, whenever you're away from the boat, lifts the float and pumps it out. And then we've got accessory power for the fish finder. It's got an Eagle CUDA 168 depth sounder and fish finder, which again seems to be in perfect working order. We've got our horn there too. So it's everything you're going to need. And like I said, condition wise up here, it's all in perfect shape. So yeah, we're going to put it through its paces in the water, run the engine and stuff, and show you just how well it is performing. The engine access is really straightforward. You just undo these two clips either side of the engine bay, or the engine box, and use this handle to lift the thing off completely. So you can see we've got soundproofing and a heat shield on the back of this as well, just to try and reduce the noise levels in the cabin or in the cockpit. The engine itself, like I said, it's just the 3-litre Mercruiser. Because this one's 2007, it has the turnkey start system, so you don't have to pump the throttle lever to operate the choke mechanism. It's all automatic, so it's just like starting your car. You just turn the key and go. This motor's been around a long time. It's well-proven technology. It's a really reliable engine. It makes 135 horsepower, which gives the boat a really good turn of speed, and it's plenty of power for pulling water skiers and stuff, even if you've got a full load of people in the boat. But it's also nice and economical as well. This isn't a heavy boat, so it gets it up on the plane. With half throttle will get the boat up and running on the plane, and you don't have to be revving the nuts off the engine to make the boat perform. So that means that you can run about all day, on sort of 30-40 litres of fuel. So it's nice and economical. So condition-wise, it all looks really good. I'll just pull the dipstick here to show you the engine oil level. So I should probably wipe this to check it, but you can see that because it's high there. But if I wipe that and put it back in again, it would come up at the right level. The oil is nice and clear, which is a really good sign. It's not black, and we haven't done anything to this. We haven't serviced this engine, so that's the oil that's been in it for the season. The owner has been using it this season. We've got a gear lube bottle here with the level sitting just at the right height, and you can tell by looking around the engine bay, there's no evidence of any, there's no water lines in there, there's no oil or debris or anything in the engine bay. The engine itself looks nice and clean. There's very little evidence of any corrosion in here either. So it's mechanically, like I said, it's starting first turn of the key and it's running really good. So I mean, mechanically wise, this is as good as they come. Apart from the helm position, the passenger seat offers the best protection from the elements whenever you're underway. Again, you're sitting nice and low behind the windscreen. This gives great protection, even if you don't have the covers up. You can sit here and you're not going to get buffeted by the wind. We've got a big recessed storage area up here. We've got cup holders as well. And everything, this storage area is all recessed. It drains down into the bilge and stuff. So nothing's going to gather water or anything. With the camper covers up, so the boat has like a spray hood which folds forward from the frame and down onto the windscreen, and it's got two side sections and an aft curtain, and it also has a bow cover. So if you're out on a day where the weather's not great, you can still have the covers off, and if it starts raining, all you have to do is zip off that bimini boot, fold out the spray hood and throw on the bow cover, and you can run with the boat like that all day long. And it means you're not getting a draft of air or rain coming in through the boat. And if you're sitting here with the bow cover, with that spray hood up, these 4 seats up at the front of the cockpit are totally sheltered and dry, without having to go to the hassle of putting the back cover on. So everybody, these boats don't always come with that set of covers, but it is the choice of covers to have on this little boat, because it just it opens up the possibilities of what you can do with it so much. We've just popped the covers on here as well to show you what they look like and show you the sort of condition they're in. So you've got the bow cover, the spray hood section which comes back to here. We've 2 separate side panels, clear side panels on either side, and we've got the 1-piece solid back section. So you can use the boat with the covers up, and you've got full sitting headroom underneath there, and you don't really lose any of the seating space in the main cockpit. So that's a great addition to have. Means you can use the boat on, you get those nice calm days during the summer where it's a bit mizzly or whatever. Means you can still go out, you can still do your water sports and stuff, and make sure you're confident you're not going to get soaking wet if the rain comes on a bit stronger or whatever. And whenever you're running the boat, even with just the cockpit cover on and the spray hood on, keeps the boat really nice and dry and warm as well, because you stop that flow through of air through the boat. So it makes it really comfortable to use. The covers are in perfect shape. There's no, like all the button poppers are all present and correct. There's no tears or rips or anything. All the stitching is really solid. And this material that Bayliner use has really good water repellency as well. So even over time, it doesn't start to seep in water like some of the other fabrics do. So those covers are great to have. There's also a full all-over storage cover that you can use whenever the boat's on the trailer, and you can use that for winter storage or whatever. That's included as well. So hopefully that gives you a really good idea of the condition of this 2007 Bayliner 175. It's a nice, young, fresh example. It's in good, honest condition. There's a couple of little cosmetic things here and there which we've taken into consideration in the asking price, and I think it represents excellent value for money. It's a great little boat. It's really solid and in great shape everywhere that it counts, and it's a lovely little package. You've got the full covers. We've got the UK spec road trailer, which is a roller coaster trailer, so it's easy to launch and recover. It comes complete with a tailboard. There's straps there. All the fenders and ropes that you're going to need are included, as well as the anchor and things. You've got that little fish finder and depth sounder on the boat. So this one is really ready just to go to the water. I think she's going to give years of trouble for use to your next owner. So if you'd like to find out any more about it, if you've got any questions, or you'd like to arrange to come and have a look at the boat, please don't hesitate to get in touch. You can drop me an email or give me a call, and I'd be delighted to have a chat with you about the boat. One other thing I should mention is that we can arrange transport anywhere throughout the UK or Ireland for the boat, and we're well used to doing that as well. So even if you're looking at the boat from further afield, give us a shout. You get in touch, and I think you'd be surprised how easy we can arrange delivery for you. Thanks for watching.